poster with Craig Mullins.
And what was his response when you called him up and said, "I want you to do this City of Blood thing"?
He's fantastic, and he's the way he kind of it's hard to talk about this without getting a little bit too arty, but the way he kind of captures light and the feeling of that kind of chaos and the city on fire was really inspiring to us. He works very quickly, but then super detailed as well. So each time we kind of get a different artist in, we want to have them represent their style, and I think this is a fantastic piece that kind of really talks about the energy for this map.
I'm gonna have to wash some of that artiness off, man. I think I got some on me. So, but the what you guys are doing with zombies and on the zombies front doesn't even stop there. We've got some news coming up for the end of July, right?
Yeah.
So, what are you gonna be up to on July 21st?
How do you want to frame it?
Well, if I look at these handy-dandy notes, I seem to think that you will be at San Diego Comic-Con to unveil a new comic book.
You heard it here first. Yes, it's now's the time to kind of talk about that. Yeah, we're going to be going to Comic-Con. We are working with our partners, Dark Horse Comics, and doing a zombies comic series. And this is fantastic because we have so much story that's kind of going on inside our DLCs, and we only get the opportunity to essentially have 4 of them in our DLC season, and 2, when we first kind of come out. But there's so much story to be told that we really wanted another kind of medium to be able to kind of tell our stories. And I'd said previously that there was no such thing as a one-off map in zombies. And to hold true to that statement, I really needed other kind of outlets to kind of tell these stories and connect everything together. So if you're a zombie story guy...
Nigel, we got practice at 6.
Some of the kind of connections going all the way back to the beginning of our 8-year story. It allows us to connect certain things and set us up possibly also for the future. So incredibly excited and happy about that. And we got phenomenal writer and artist involved, and our front cover... We're probably going to show it on screen at some point, but front cover done by Simon Bisley.
We've worked with Simon before, right?
We worked with Simon before. He did the poster for the Giant, and we're all just he's a huge fans of him, and he's a great friend of the studio. So he's been doing the covers for all our comics.
So, it was written, the comic book was written by Justin Jordan, illustrated by Jonathan Wayshak. I mean, these guys bring some legit credentials. What was it like sort of taking zombies canon and, sort of transforming it or adapting it to comic books? It's
really fun because the comic medium is very different, obviously, than games. It allows you to be a little bit more considered in some sense, because in games you're kind of putting it together and it's kind of molding and moving. It's very energetic. With the comic, you can sit down, plan it out. So for the kind of story guys, for Easter egg guys, for things like that, you could really just lay it out, and every panel, every pane can be considered. So if you want to kind of tease something or show something or hint something, you can do that with no doubt that the viewer will see it. In games, you don't know where they're looking, what they're doing. So the comic was really exciting, and it's I believe it's the beginning of us looking at different mediums, different ways to tell stories, and to really kind of take our zombie storyline and kind of explore ways in which our audience can digest it.
Well, that's just sort of dipping the toes in the water. For anyone that wants to hear Jason talk a little bit more about what it was like to take Call of Duty Zombies to comic books, feel free to head to room 23 ABC at 5 p.m. on July 21st, whenever Jason joins the Dark Horse comic book Video Games Comics Level Up panel. That was only a mouthful.
That was a short title.
That was a short title.
Yeah.
But it doesn't stop there, does it? Actually, that's the 5 p.m. showing. At noon, you and Craig Hewson,
yes.
You guys developed this story. You'll be doing a comic signing on the show floor at booth number 2615 at the Dark Horse comic booth. At noon.
Oh, I hate it. I know what it was.
I remember all this stuff.
Yeah, right. Me too. So, all right. We covered quite a bit. We have...
With your mama.
Gorod Krovi. Coming tomorrow as part of Descent. We've got San Diego Comic Con July 21st. Call of Duty Zombies. What haven't we covered? What do we need to cover off before we head on?
While you sleeping, I'm going to be hitting.
I suppose I should just throw in terms of... Gorod Krovi, the kind of feeling of it.
I'm gonna be hitting it. That thing gonna get fatter and rounder. Sweet, boy.
And this is really kind of setting up us getting ready for.
I'm gonna change her color from orange to light skin, bro.
Essential experience. For gameplay guys, a lot of the things that we've been putting in place.
Now what she is? What she is?
Really kind of comes to a fore in Goro Krovi. A lot of
Yeah, she is. She's lighter.
It's incredibly hard setting all this stuff up. I think is phenomenally
like light orange.
Goro Krovi, and so from a gameplay perspective as well, people really